Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the lasso regression, which is also known as the L1 regularization. So before going to the topic lasso regression, first we have to understand this topic. So, so in this diagram, the blue dots are distributed y with respect to x. So here this is the on x-axis and this is on y-axis. So this y is nothing but this is our target variable and this is our input variables. So here the blue dots are the our target variable. So this target variable data is distributed with respect to this x value. So the red line is nothing but the best fit line. So here there is no straight line that runs throughout all the data points. So actually the best fit line we can get through this gradient descent algorithm. So there is no straight line will not pass through all the data points. So among the so many lines, so the gradient descent algorithm will choose the one best fit line. The best fit line give best parameters like m value and b value. So among the so many lines, which line is giving the minimum optimum values of m and b, those line is nothing but the best fit line. So here the best fit line will give some kind of error. So here our objective is to find the best fit line, so that will try to minimize this error. So here error is nothing but the target variable y and expected predicted variable y hat. So this kind of error we should be minimized. So an extension of the linear regression. So in my previous lecture I already explained clearly what about the linear regression. So the extension of the linear regression, we can add the penalties to the loss function. So our loss function, this is kind of loss function. So for this loss function we can add some kind of penalty. So the penalty according to the penalization means it is L1 penalty or L2 penalty, like that. If it is L1 penalty, that belongs to the lasso regression. If it is L2 penalty, that is the ridge regression. So in previous lecture I clearly explained about the ridge regression. So in today class I will explain the L1 regularization. So L1 regularization, that is nothing but the L1 penalty. So the extensions are referred to as the regularized linear regressions or penalized linear regression. So for doing penalization means regularization, we need some kind of algorithm. So ridge algorithm, lasso and elastic net. So ridge algorithm is completed in previous lecture. In today lecture I am going to explain lasso. In next lecture, next video I am going to explain about the elastic net. So what is the lasso regularization? So which is also known as the L1 lasso. So lasso full form is least absolute shrinkage and selection operator. So this lasso algorithm, this regression, it can add the absolute value magnitude. So absolute value of magnitude means in y is equal to mx plus b, this m is nothing but the coefficients, or we used to call the slope. If it is in cost function, so the loss function means sigma I is equal to 1 to n yi minus y hat whole square plus this is L1 penalty. So under L1 penalty we can suppose to add lambda. So this is lambda. Lambda is multiplied with this absolute value of magnitude. So what is the absolute value of magnitude? Here m value. So this is the absolute value of magnitude. So if it is the absolute value of magnitude means you can say that m1 plus m2 up to mk. So number of coefficients. So it is also modification of linear regression. So the lasso regression, we can suppose to add the L1 penalty. This error is called the loss function. So it is quite similar to the ridge regression. So this lasso regression is similar to this ridge regression, and the lasso regression is an extension of the linear regression. So that adds the regularized penalty. So regularized penalty is loss function during the training. So while during the training our model, training our data set, so at that time you supposed to do this is the loss function, plus we can add the regularized penalty. So regularized penalty means L1 penalty. So L1 penalty, so during the training time. So the lasso regression, it is a popular type of the regularized linear regression, includes the L1 penalty. So perform the L1 regularization. What is mean by perform L1 regularization? Means add the penalty to equivalent to the absolute value of the magnitude of the coefficients in the optimization objective. So in the optimization objective, so you supposed to add the L1 penalty. So L1 penalty means you can say that lambda is multiplied with, this is the absolute value of the magnitude of the coefficients. So this type of regularization, L1, that leads to the zero coefficients. So what does that mean? So some of the features are completely neglected for evaluating the output. So for evaluating the output, for example, there are the x1, x2, x3, and this is the third variable y. So our equation is y is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3 plus b. So these are our coefficients. So while during the applying the L1 regularization, these coefficients, this m1, m2, m3, these coefficient values are about to 0. So at that time, when these coefficients are about to 0, suppose this m1 feature is the value 0, so m1 value coefficient value 0, that means this coefficient, this feature make it to 0, that is the meaning. So the lasso regression, so lasso regression not only helping the reducing the overfitting, but also help the feature selection. So these are the two important points of the lasso regression. So suppose in interview times anybody is asking a question about what is the features of the lasso regression, means you can suppose to say that this is one feature and this is the second feature, which means reducing the overfitting and feature selection. But in case of ridge regression, what is the main thing? To reduce the overfitting. So this is the feature of this ridge regression, but in case of lasso regression, reducing the overfitting and feature selection. So these are the two features belongs to this lasso regression. So this penalty allows some coefficients values to go to the value of 0 and allow the input values to be effectively removed from this model, and providing the type of the automatic feature selection, which means that, so when you supposed to apply this L1 penalty, so at that time the coefficients m1, m2, m3, these coefficients values are about to 0. So at that time the input variables to be removed from the model. Suppose it is x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and direct variable. Suppose this is the m1, m2, m3, m4, m5. So for example, this coefficient value is 0. At that time the corresponding feature will be removed. This feature not be import for predicting the third variable. So we have to remove this extra feature. So that is the meaning. So lasso shrinks the less important feature coefficients to 0. So the feature among the input feature, which feature coefficients are about to 0, we have to remove that features, remove these less important features. So lasso works well for feature selection in case of huge number of features. Suppose in our data set shape is 150 rows and 40 columns. So here the number of the features are 40. So means there is huge features. So at that time you can, when you supposed to apply the lasso regression, so the lasso will select the best features out of 40. It may give 5 or 10 or 15 like that. So depends upon this regularization. So in case of lasso, the loss function is modified to minimize the complexity of the model by limiting the sum of the absolute values of the model coefficients, is called the L1 norm. Next, so the loss function for the lasso, so the loss function for the lasso regression can be expressed as below. So this is the loss function. So OLS means ordinary least square method. So about this OLS I was explained in previous lecture. Please go and watch this video. And this is our lambda value. So alpha this is the summation of summation means what is absolute values of this magnitude of the coefficients. So this equation can be written like this: L is equal to sigma yi minus yi y hat whole square. So this is nothing but the sum of the squares of the residuals. You can also call the loss function and loss function of the linear regression. This is the loss function of the linear regression, and add the penalty. So this is nothing but the penalty. So this alpha is nothing but, this is the alpha value, and this is the mod m is nothing but the magnitude of the coefficients. So actually our equation is y equal to mx plus b, and this is the m. So which means this equation can be written like this. So from I equal to 1 to n observations and number of features, and this is the beta j. Beta j means, don't be confused, actually in place of ms plus b people can write like the beta 1 x1 plus beta naught. So this is the beta, so people can write like this. So beta j means the number of the columns from 1 to p. So in the above loss function, the alpha is the penalty parameter. So here this alpha is nothing, alpha or lambda is the penalty parameter. We need to select this value. So while doing this lasso regression, you have to give manually the alpha value like 0 0.1, 0 0.001, 0 0.1, 0 0.12 and 110. So which means the what is the range of this alpha? 0 to positive number, any positive number. So between this range you can suppose to apply the alpha value. When you suppose to alpha value is increasing, so the lambda values, the coefficients means these values, these coefficient values may moving towards 0. So if you see this diagram, you can understand clearly. So this is about my features. So this is my input features. So while I am explaining the practicals, this is the Boston house price prediction. So in this data set, this is my input features. So totally from 0 to 12 means 13 features. So 13 input features are there. Here when I apply the alpha value is equal to 1, so here you can observe here. So this values, this is the coefficient estimation value. So this is the m values. So which means this is the feature x1, this is x2, x3, x4, x5, x6 up to x13, but the features number from start from 0 to 12 means total 13 features, and the corresponding coefficient is, this is the m1 value and this is the m2. So m2 of the x2 feature, this is the x2 feature, this is the m3, m4, m5 like that. So when you apply this alpha value is equal to 1, so see, so these are the coefficient values. So this is the coefficient values, this is the 0, from 0 to here this is the positive, from 0 to down it is the negative. So here based on the, when I apply the lasso, the coefficients values are about to 0. What values are 0 here? Induce, CHAS and NYX. See here, induce, CHAS, NYX. These features is about to 0. So these features are values are 0. So which means when you apply the lasso regression at the lasso regression when alpha is equal to 1, so these three features are removed. These features are removed. Okay. So means these three features are not that much of important for predicting the target variable. If you come here my alpha value is 10. If my alpha value is 10, so the coefficients here up to here, these are all are zeros. So which means induced to RAD, these are all are zeros. When you comes to here, so from 0, see this is also be 0. So which means CRIM, this feature is 0. This feature is 0, and induce from here to here, these features are 0. So we have to consider this Zn feature like x1. This is the x1. This is the x2. So this feature we have to supposed to consider this feature, 1, 2, 3, 4. So means this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 features you have to be considered when you apply the alpha value 10. So at that time you have to check the what is the train score, what is the test score, and what is the mean absolute error, what is the mean square error, root mean square error. So when alpha value is 10, you can able to check these values. So assign the alpha value 1, 10, 5 to this is the part of the hyperparameter tuning. As a part of the hyperparameter tuning, you have to supposed to give the alpha value. So alpha value between 0 to any positive integer. So this is the way lasso regression can do automatically feature selection. So this is the main advantage of the feature selection in regression. Regression problem. So here L1 regularization and L2 regularization. So difference here. So this is the L1 regularization, and this is the L2 regularization. So means up to here, up to this part is same. So here number of observations from 0 to n and the number of the features from 0 to m, and here lambda is also be same, but here this is the absolute magnitude, this is the square of the magnitude. That is the main difference. So that is the main difference between lasso and ridge regression. So L1 regularization is nothing but the lasso, and the L2 regularization is nothing but the ridge regression. So what is the main difference between lasso and ridge regression? So the main difference here, so ridge perform the L2 regularization and it perform the L1 regularization, and it adds the penalty equivalent to the square of the magnitude of the coefficient. Square of the magnitude of the coefficients means plus loss function, and this is the cost function. Lambda is multiplied with this m square, and this is the cost function. Loss function plus lambda is multiplied with the absolute magnitude. So this is the adds the absolute value of the magnitude. So this is the absolute value of the magnitude, the coefficients as a penalty term to the loss function. This is the loss function. So it majorly used to prevent the overfitting. So for preventing the overfitting, ridge regression you can suppose to apply. It includes all the features. It is not useful in case of huge data set. So when the huge features means the number of input features are huge, at that time ridge regression is not that much of useful. So here also it provides the space solution as a feature. So with 0 coefficients can simply be ignored, which means here the coefficients values are about to coefficients values means here m values are about to 0. So it includes all the features in the model. The major advantage is coefficients shrinking and reduce the model complexity. So these are the main advantages of the ridge regression: coefficients shrinking and the reducing the model complexity. So here, along with shrinkage of the coefficients, so lasso perform the feature selection and some of the coefficients exactly 0. So here coefficients not to see the ridge regressions are reduced to small values, which means suppose my but never attains to 0, but the lasso coefficients becomes 0. So I will tell you, say here y is equal to my m1 x1 plus m2 x2 m2 x2 and m3 x3. So in place of m1, suppose I am taking the 0.5 and x1, and m2 value is supposed to take 0.8 and x2, and this is the 1.3 and x3. So when I apply the ridge regression, this m1 value and m2 value and m3 value, it moves towards down, which means it moves towards to small value, means towards to 0, but not 0. When you comes to lasso regression, this coefficients value move towards 0, which means the m1, m2, m3, the coefficients may be 0, exactly 0, but here not exactly 0, it towards to 0. So that is the main difference between the ridge regression and lasso regression. So keep in mind. So this is a very important point. So this is the topic of the lasso regression. So in next lecture I will explain the elastic net regression. I hope you understand